What up for the muckers? I would Millie Rock, but don't Millie Rock and drive. It's not safe from what I hear. Happy National Coming Out Day. First of all, I'm Pooh. I apologize about the lighting, but I am currently driving to Ryan's to go and get my nails done. So, happy National Coming Out Day. I've noticed that a good amount of our followers and subscribers are a part of the LGBT community. And so I wanted to, being a member of the LGBT community, do my coming out story for you guys really quickly. If you want the full story, the longer, drawn out story, it's a little emotional because that was my first time telling that story publicly. You guys can check it out on 10 Years Between. That's my other channel with my little brother. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe here. So I was about 14 years old when I was a Christian recording artist. Some of you know that. And I met this girl through my mom's school. My mom was assistant principal at the time. And the girl was a stud. I was 14. Oh shit, I almost broke my nail. It's coming off. I was 14, which means she was like 13 or something like that. Shorty was real cute. We talked for a while and we ended up catching feelings for each other. And what happened was we took this picture together. At that time, Yahoo Instant Messenger was out. So we took this picture together, and when we took it, we kissed in the picture. And I do not know how my Inspector Gadget ass mom found it, but she did. And when she found it, she yelled my name. And I think I heard her yell my first name. Like, it's one thing to say my middle name, because that's what my family calls me. But she yelled my first name, y'all. So I knew something was wrong. So I went downstairs to see what was going on. And I can't remember exactly how it played out. All I know was that she hit me. And she hit me a lot. Because she was very upset with me. Number one, because it was her first time finding out I was gay. Number two, because I was kissing on camera. And number three, because my parents are pastors and they're strong believers in the Bible. And I'm not saying, well, I have different beliefs than my parents do. But in that, she hit me and she took my computer, she took my camera, and she took my phone. And she cut off all communication between me and old girl. And so I wasn't allowed to talk to old girl anymore, or anything. And my feelings were so hurt because I loved her. So we're going to fast forward a couple years. I was like 17. And my daddy... I got to stop sign. My daddy was talking to me in the car. And when he was talking to me in the car, basically he's just like, so you're gay. And I'm like, yeah. Now, just because my parents found out didn't mean that I continue to still talk to women. You know what I mean? I didn't. I think I did, but I just kind of played it a little lower. So it wasn't like all up in their face. So I think I had another girlfriend. My dad was like, so you like women? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, you like giving oral sex? Or something to that extent. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, that's nasty. You're nasty. And to be honest, that hurt my feelings. It made me feel weird because I already didn't feel supported in being gay. It made me feel like what I was doing was wrong, even though, I've always felt like what I was doing was wrong because my parents were very strict on the Bible and straight to the point. So that hurt my feelings, but that's kind of like how I actually talked to my dad about it. Of course, my mom, I talked to her about it when I was 14, but I was kind of like bouncing back and forth between girls and boys because I was very, very, very conflicted with my lifestyle and my Christianity. And then also, Don't mind my nails. I'm going to get them done now. Also, it made me feel weird because I didn't want to go to hell. And that's what I was raised to believe. I was raised to believe that if I liked women, that I would go to hell. And then also I was a Christian recording artist at the time. So I had to be really, really, really super duper careful with the way that I lived my life and what was allowed to go public and what wasn't. So after that, let's fast forward even more. Because at that time I was kind of like dating a girl, then I would date a boy, then I would date a girl, then I would date a boy, then I would date a girl, then I would date a boy. It was on and off. So, and by 17, I hadn't even been sexually active with a girl or anything yet. I didn't become sexually active with women until almost 19, when I moved to Atlanta. I just felt like my parents didn't 100% support me, and so I didn't know where I really stood in everything. Sorry, I'm recording on my phone. Yeah, so I didn't know how to feel about everything. So what ended up happening was, I left home and I moved to Atlanta with my girlfriend, and we lived there for a while, and it was just the most freeing thing because I was able to be myself and I didn't have to be concerned about how people felt about me or what people thought, because it was a brand new life for me. Nobody knew me. Nobody knew Lady Smith, the Christian recording artist. Nobody knew any of that stuff. All they knew was what I allowed them to know. And that was who I was creating myself to be. So me and that girlfriend broke up, blah, 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 moved on. Later on down the line, I ended up getting married. And I married this man because my mom introduced me to him. And shortly after we met, like a year after we met and we're dating, my mom was just like, y'all need to get married because y'all living together and that's not right. So I married this man, train wreck of a marriage, y'all. Train wreck. I mean, I could go into that, but that is a story time in itself. Oh my goodness, like, oh my goodness, for real. So I left him and I got with my last girlfriend. And when I got with my last girlfriend, it was kind of like, y'all know her. Well, if you guys follow Dimples and Braces, 10 years between, formerly known as Dimples and Braces, my channel with me and my brother, like I said before. You guys got to meet Dimples because the channel was around her. We got together, and even though that relationship ended up going south, it did. It went south and it went really bad. And if any of you guys are friends with us on social media, then I don't know what type of shit she talking, but y'all know kind of how things went. But what that was my opportunity to just kind of be myself and to start fresh with a new person, with a new me, not accepting anybody's bullshit and not allowing anybody to determine how I live my life or what I was going to do. So I was just like, look, this is me. And that's when I came out to a lot of my family. I introduced my girlfriend to a lot of my family. Now, my mom's side of the family is a little more religious, and so that was harder. But my dad's side of the family, they were very open to me, to her. She was able to come over whether I was there or not. It was real dope. But in this day, even though my parents aren't 100% okay with it, we don't really talk about it. What I do in my life is what I do in my life. Hopefully one day they can come around and they'll accept me for who I am whenever I find another girlfriend or a wife. If you out there, hey girl, come holler at me. But I mean, for the most part, I'm okay. I'm happy because I feel like I'm being myself. A lot of people feel like raising kids with two women is bad, but I feel like my kids are loved. And when, I was with old girl, my kids were loved. Like, I may not have been loved or she may not have been loved or however, the BS is going around being said now. But my kids are loved. And I feel like there are families where children are not protected. They're molested. They're treated bad. They're not fed. They're not clean. My kids are always great. And so because my kids are always great, I don't feel like raising them with a man and a woman is necessary. I raise my children how I raise my children. Do I teach my children to be gay? Absolutely not. I'm going to teach my children to love and to accept people for who they are, and whoever they end up being is who I'm going to love them as. My kids will never, ever, ever feel shunned for being gay or for being different or for being whatever they choose to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm totally going to stand behind my kids and I'm going to support them. So, for anybody that's trying to come out, the only advice I would give you is just to take your time. Don't feel rushed to do it because everybody else is doing it or because it's national coming. My nails look like shit. Whoa. Because everybody else is doing it or because everybody else, it's National Coming Out Day, so people want to know. I would say take your time and make sure that you're in a situation where if things go sour or if things go south, that you are prepared for whatever happens. If you have to find somewhere else to live temporarily, because I've heard of that happening. But I would definitely suggest that you be open with your parents and be real with your parents when you're ready, not on anybody else's time. I would say meditate on it so that you know that it's the right time. Gather your thoughts. Maybe get a journal of things that you want to say to your parents, and your family or your friends, and go for it because you deserve to be you without feeling like you have to hide or be in the closet. You deserve to be whoever you want to be. This is your life. You only get once. And I want to encourage you to live it. And I want to encourage you to live it in a good way, doing the right thing in life. And I want you to know that being gay is not a wrong thing to do. It's okay to be you. I definitely believe that I was born this way. I've been gay as long as I can think. I've been attracted to women for as long as I can think, but I also consider myself kind of pansexual because I like humans. If you love me, I love you. If you like me, I like you. I'm totally, just open in life. But okay, I got to get in here to this nail salon and I'm going to upload the video. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions about my coming out story, leave it in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer you guys back as soon as I can. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to come kick it with us. And at the end of the day, get you a poo. Bye, girl.